I'm 96 years old, and I just moved into a college dorm. My daughter thinks I've lost my mind. The nursing home director called it highly irregular, but the three 21-year-old girls I live with, they call me their best roommate. And I'm about to tell you why this insane decision is the only reason I'm still alive. Before you close this video thinking this old lady has gone crazy, 3 months ago, I was you, sitting at the kitchen table, looking at nursing home brochures, hearing the house get quieter, feeling the stairs get steeper, wondering how much longer I could do this alone. But before I tell you what I did instead, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe for real aging wisdom that could save your life, and tell us your name in the comments. I read every single one. I may be 96, but I'm not done yet. Number 5. The most dangerous thing about getting old is silence. Let me tell you something frightening. It's not the weak knees. It's not the medicine bottles. It's not even the fear of falling. It's silence. After my husband passed, the house became loud with quiet. The clock ticked like a countdown. The refrigerator hummed like a warning. Days went by without a single knock on the door. And when I fell on the basement stairs and couldn't get up for 40 minutes, do you know what scared me most? It wasn't the pain in my hip. It was realizing that if I had died right there, no one would have known. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes 4:9, 2 are better than 1. If either of them falls, one can help the other up. Aging alone is not independence, it is risk. Modern retirement advice talks about financial freedom, but no one talks about emotional bankruptcy. You can have money in the bank and still be poor in spirit. The world tells seniors to stay quiet, stay small, stay out of the way. That is a lie. We are not meant to disappear. Growing older should not mean growing invisible, and nursing homes, while sometimes necessary, often replace connection with routine. Bingo at 2 p.m., movie night on Fridays, scheduled existence. I am 96, not finished. The most dangerous part of aging is not weakness, it is being unseen. And once you become unseen, you slowly begin to fade. That is how people truly die, long before their heart stops. Number 4. Nursing homes are safe, but safety is not the same as living. Now listen carefully. Nursing homes are not evil. Some are filled with kind nurses and caring staff, but safety without purpose feels like a waiting room for death. When I toured one, the walls were beige, the air smelled tired. Residents sat in rows, staring at a television no one was really watching. One woman grabbed my hand and whispered, "Don't stay." Her eyes were still alive, but her spirit looked parked. You see, there is a difference between being cared for and being needed. In many facilities, everything is done for you. Meals prepared, bed made, pills delivered. But when everything is done for you, eventually nothing is expected from you. And when nothing is expected from you, you begin to believe you have nothing left to give. That is a terrifying place to be. Financial planners talk about retirement savings, 401ks, and long-term care insurance. They rarely talk about the cost of losing identity. Over $4,000 a month to be safe, but spiritual is shrinking? That is a high price. Even King Solomon, known for his wisdom, wrote that life without meaning feels empty. We were not created just to be maintained. We were created to contribute. Safety matters, yes, but purpose matters more. If you are still breathing, you still have value. And the moment you trade contribution for comfort too soon, you begin rehearsing for the end instead of living in the present. Number 3, do this instead. Create intergenerational community. So what did I do? Something that sounded ridiculous. I answered a flyer for a roommate near a college campus. 3 young women, cheap rent, loud music, irregular hours. They needed help with bills. I needed help if I fell. It was simple math. Financial wisdom meets life wisdom. They each pay a portion. I pay less than assisted living would cost. But more importantly, we share life. This is called intergenerational living, and it may be the future of aging. Young people today are drowning in student debt and loneliness. Seniors are drowning in silence. Why not solve both? I am not their patient. I am their roommate. I bake banana bread. I listen to their heartbreak. They check if I took my medicine. They walk with me to the store. When one of them cries at 2 a.m., I sit beside her. In a nursing home, someone would bring me tea. Here, I make tea for someone else. That changes everything. The body ages, yes, but usefulness keeps the spirit young. Studies on longevity consistently show community increases life expectancy. Even faith teaches this principle. We are one body, many parts. When generations mix, wisdom transfers downward and energy flows upward. It is not chaos, it is balance. Instead of isolating seniors away from society, we should weave them back into it. That is not rebellion, that is restoration, and it may save your life, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Number 2, you don't need more care, you need to be witnessed. Here is the truth most people are afraid to say. We don't just need care, we need witnesses. Someone to notice if you fall, someone to hear the cough in the next room, someone to ask, did you eat today? At home alone, nobody sees you. In many institutions, you are monitored, but not known. There's a difference. When I dropped my cane last week, Jess knocked immediately. Sylvie, you good? I was fine, but she heard me. That is what keeps a person alive, being heard. The fear of aging is not about wrinkles. It is about irrelevance. It is about becoming background noise in your own life. Financial security cannot fix that. Government programs cannot fix that. Only human connection can. The early church, described in Acts of the Apostles, shared life daily, eating together, supporting one another. That model sustained widows, elders, and families without isolating them. Our modern system separated generations, and loneliness exploded. If you are watching this and feel forgotten, understand something powerful. Your presence still matters. Someone needs your stories. Someone needs your steady voice. Someone needs your perspective. When you stop being needed, your health declines rapidly. But when someone depends on you, even for banana bread, your heart keeps beating with purpose. That is not sentiment, that is survival. Number 1, the real secret to long life is purpose, not medicine. Doctors will tell you about cholesterol, about blood pressure, about exercise, all important. But I'll tell you the real secret at 96 years old. Purpose is stronger than pills. When you wake up knowing someone expects you at breakfast, you get up differently. When someone values your advice, your mind stays sharper. When laughter fills the kitchen, your body follows. Yes, I still take my medication. Yes, I move carefully, but I refuse to sit in a chair waiting for the end. Retirement does not mean retreat, it means redirection. Financial wisdom says invest where returns are highest. I invested in people, and the return is life. Young people gain stability. I gain vitality. We all gain belonging. Aging is not a disease to manage. It is a season to steward. If you still have breath, you still have assignment. Fear will push you towards comfort. Courage will push you towards connection. Choose wisely, because the difference between slowly dying and fully living is often just one bold decision away. In conclusion, I am 96 years old. I live with college students. I laugh daily.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, 'cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain.